I'm 21 years old and I've made millions of dollars, and it's pretty simple on how I obviously made all my money. I have YouTube videos about it, but that's not what this video is about. This video is simply about that I got rich because I let go of every single emotion that I've had. And my most popular video on my YouTube that I'm sure every single person watching this has seen is the law of detachment. But it's more than just detaching from the outcome of your life and just focusing on the internal. You have to let go of your emotions. Because if you ever think about manifestation, your thoughts obviously manifest, right? And when you put emotion behind them, that's when they supercharge it. The only way to ever get anything that you want in life is to have emotions behind your thoughts. So like good emotions, things like gratitude, things like joy, right? Those are things that supercharge your emotion, because every thought that you've had has manifested, but a lot aren't as strong as others. The ones that are the strongest are the ones with emotion behind it. And what do you think you tend to have? More positive or negative emotions? 90% of the time, you have more negative emotions. When you think of getting rich, it's something negative. You'll always just think like, oh, I can't do this, or maybe now isn't the right time to start. You don't have positive thoughts like that, and half the time, your thoughts are not even yours in the first place. So you have to learn which thoughts to give power to, but that's also not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about how to completely let go of your emotions. And I'm not talking about becoming someone that doesn't care about the world, or doesn't care about their family, or doesn't care about their friends. I'm talking about letting go of your emotions to the point where you just simply know it is going to happen. But the only way to ever get to the point in your life where you just know that it's going to happen is to just stop caring, and not in a way where you're looking at the world and you're like, oh, I care about nothing. You obviously need to care about your future. You need to care about your success. You need to care about being able to be the one that provides for your family. But there can't be any bad emotions tied to it. And when I say that there can't be any emotions tied to it, think about any time you've thought about yourself getting rich. You've probably had some sort of negative thought behind it, like, oh, I don't know if this is possible, or this can't work, or just any little negative emotion you've ever had. This is how you are going to completely let go of it, and the only things that are going to come is positive. And the way I got to this realization where I found out that my emotions ultimately controlled my reality is that my life would be going so perfect for so long, like 6 months, my life would be perfect. And I'd had this thought in the back of my head where I was like, my life is going so good that something bad has to happen. And think about any time in your life where you've thought something bad would happen. You have the worst emotion behind it, because now you're in a fearful state. You're frightened, you have anxiety, and what is that going to do for you? Your emotions, like I said, supercharge the manifestations, and manifestations is not just something where it's like, when I speak good to the universe, that's what I get out. Every thought you've ever carried with some sort of emotion behind it has manifested. Even the thoughts without the emotions have manifested a little bit, right? So whenever I would think my life was going so good, I would be like, something bad is gonna happen. And then I'm in a state of anxiety. And what is that gonna do for me? The only thing that it's gonna do is just manifest actual negative and bad things. So I learned just how to become a person that other people would say is cold. I just let go of every single emotion that I had, and I only focused on just becoming the best version of myself. And a lot of people, they're focused on becoming the best version of themselves, but they still have emotions tied to it. For me, I developed this insane mindset that was so narcissistic and egotistical, where it was just like, my life is gonna be perfect, and that's it. And one time I paid one of my mentors at the time when I was 17 years old. Y'all don't know this guy. It's someone that's off the internet. I paid him $15,000, and the best advice he ever told me, which I thought was nonsense, I genuinely thought I got scammed, was he said, learn how to say no when a thought comes to you. And I was like, what do you mean just say no? He said, say no out loud. He said, anytime you think about success, or anytime you're even just having a conversation with someone and a bad thought comes up, or anytime in your whole day where something negative comes up, he said, say no. And I was like, how could that work, me saying no when a bad thought comes up? And then I would think about success, and I'd think about my future, and these negative thoughts would come to my head, and I said, no, no, no. And guess what happened? It actually just stopped, right? And emotions makes you easy to control. It lets the universe take advantage of you, right? Because anytime that you have some sort of emotion for success, for example, it's like an emotion like, oh, validation. You want validation from someone else, which isn't a bad thing. But then what happens when you're not getting the results that you want? You tell your parents you're gonna get rich, you tell all your friends you're gonna get rich, and then it's not happening as quick as you want, and then you let every single negative emotion consume you again, right? So you start wanting validation from them, and guess what? When you don't get that validation, it's not bad to seek validation. Everyone should want validation from people, but the way you're getting it is the problem, because you're basically telling people, oh, I'm gonna get rich, and when it doesn't happen, you start freaking out because it's not happening. Any time in your life where you started to freak out or you've had some sort of anxiety because it's not happening, that's why you didn't get what you wanted in life. Because you were too attached. The emotions were taking a hold of you. But the problem is like, when I say that you have to become emotionless, it's more than just become emotionless when it comes to your future. Most people are scared to offend people. Most people are scared to lose people's approval. They're scared to be alone. You have to kind of become a narcissistic person where you only care about yourself. Because the only things that other people will give you is bad emotion. I mean, I'm sure you've told people your dreams and then look what happens. But what if you were able to tell someone your dreams and they doubted you and you were able to be like, so be it, I don't care. And it's very hard to develop the mindset of not caring and to become emotionless, but it's crucial and it's necessary. You need to get to a point where people look at you and they're like, he is so narcissistic and egotistical, he cares about nothing. That's how you're gonna look to other people, and guess what? When they tell you that, you shouldn't react either. The problem is, you right now are reacting to how life is, but you need to be the one that's observing it. You need to be the one that's like, why did I just have this thought? Anytime a negative thought comes into your head, you need to ask yourself, why did I have this negative thought and why am I giving power to it? Because it serves you no benefit giving any power to it, right? So anytime that you've ever wanted anything in your life, you've come from a state of, I need this. What happens when you tell the universe that you need it? The universe doesn't say no, right? You can ask it for anything and it gives it to you if you believe it to already be yours. So if you believe success to already be yours, then you have it technically. That's why I tell people all the time, I say you are already rich, right? Because if you can believe it hard enough, there's a Bible verse that even says it. It says, whatever you ask for in prayer, if you believe it to be yours, then it's yours. But the problem is people truly can't believe it because then they tie some sort of emotion behind it, which is why you have to hold some sort of an ego in yourself where you're like, you know what? For me, for example, when I was younger, I'll just give a quick example. Anytime I would fail in online business and I got into like high ticket sales when I was 14, if I would come to a point where I started getting negative thoughts about what I was doing and I was like, maybe this can't work out, I'd be like, you know what? I'm Hudson Cosper. What the fuck? And I thought I was better than everyone, and this is how you have to become. The moment you start thinking that you are better than everyone, and the moment you start thinking that you deserve more than everyone, the moment you start thinking that you deserve actually what you want out of life, because a lot of people, they want a good life, but do they feel like they actually deserve to live that good life? 90% of the time they don't, right? And people think law of attraction, law of detachment go against each other, but law of attraction is deserving what you want, and when you feel like you deserve it, you can let your emotions go because you just know you're gonna get it. It's confidence at the end of the day. But what I was saying about letting go of your emotions and kind of becoming like a bad person, a lot of people will call you a bad person, but you have to just know that you are going to get everything you want out of life. And the reason that you should be so confident you're gonna get it is because you got the desire in your head in the first place. Do you think someone you're probably at a young age watching this, maybe you're 30, maybe you're 40, right? Maybe you're 18, whatever age, even if you're not young, do you think that happened by accident? That you got a desire in your head that told you could get rich by accident? 99% of people that walk on the earth don't have that idea. So that should make you this confident person where you're like, you know what? Even without me not even having what I want right now, I'm still better than everyone. And people think it's bad to want to be better than everyone, but the most hyper successful people on earth wanted to walk over everyone. They wanted to dominate everyone. And that's when you become emotionless, because you just feel like you are just this, you have like a superpower of just not caring and letting go because you're that confident you're going to get what you want out of life. And you should have that confidence because you're the one with the desire to get rich, not your friends, not your family. They didn't have it. So you should put yourself above everyone. You should put yourself, and not even above everyone as in like, I'm better than you, but above everyone as in like, I'm the one. Obviously, you have to understand that you are the one that creates your own reality, and you at least became conscious of it. Everyone else in your life never even became conscious about the fact that they're the ones that create their own reality. So you should already think that you're better than them. You already have the advantage when it comes to getting rich just from the thought being placed inside of your head. So imagine if you can just have no emotion behind any negative thoughts that you have when it comes to getting rich. Anytime you think of, I'm gonna be successful, there's no more fear, there's no more anxiety. You wanna know why? Because you're so narcissistic and you're so obsessed with yourself and you're so egotistical that you just won't let yourself have bad emotion behind it anymore. And the only way to conquer negative emotion is to, and I hate the word to be delusional, because you don't have to be delusional to become that narcissistic to the point where you know what you're going to get out of life. But the only way you're ever going to become completely powerful and to the point where like you don't feel any negative emotion behind the thoughts that you want when it comes to manifesting is when you put yourself on a pedestal so high because you don't let yourself have negative thoughts anymore. If you can just see how I walked around in my life with the confidence that I held, you would be like, damn, I wish I could have that confidence. At the end of the day, it all comes down to confidence, and you genuinely get rich when you let go of your emotions, when you just stop caring about everything. And I'm not saying, like I said earlier, to stop caring about your family. Yeah, you should still think of them. Who cares what they say? Who cares what anyone says? Because at the end of the day, you're the one that isn't living your life. And it's like the problem is you let other people give you some sort of emotion. Imagine your family member tells you, no, that won't work out. My mom told me my whole life, no, that's not how life works. You have to get a job. And what did I used to do back then? I would sit in the negative feeling of, damn. But you know what? I stopped caring what she said. And that sounds so bad, that sounds so selfish, but you get rewarded for not caring anymore. So at the end of the day, if you're watching this, let go of every single emotion that you have. And I'm not saying let go of the good ones, but you kind of won't have any emotion even if you become like this obsessed with yourself. The only emotion is like, yeah, I have it. And it's just like, chill. You're certain. You need to be calm. You need to be certain throughout your whole day because that's what's actually going to get you rich. So anyone watching this that is lost, I promise you, detach from your emotions and watch how fast your life changes.